Hello, I am Stephanie, an artist living in Vannes, France, and in today's video I'd like to share the process of my latest painting for Pangaea seed, which is about the warming seas. So I'm currently doing a small series of paintings for them, but in the end just one will be picked by our Instagram followers to become a beautiful limited edition print and raise funds for ocean conservation. So yeah, you can follow both of our accounts on Instagram. So mine is Petit Plat and of course Pangaea Seed. The voting will happen in their stories when I am done with my 4 propositions, which is, well, not right now, obviously. I will also likely sell the originals and give off a percentage to them as well. I'm actually super excited to work with them. I've been wanting to work with Pangaea Seeds for a year. I even wrote them an email, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, maybe more, I'm not sure. So I was really excited when they contacted me. I really think they do great work and in a very creative and beautiful way, collaborating with the biggest contemporary artists. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to be one of them. And yeah, they make such cool limited edition prints. It's also going to be my very first print release, which I am looking forward to. I've never actually made much prints so far, certainly not limited edition prints, and nothing high quality like giclée or anything. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Okay, so back to the painting. I always start by doodling out the general layout and composition before starting. It's nothing really fancy and I haven't recorded that bit, but yeah, ugly doodle to, vaguely know where I'm headed. I then tend to draw with a pencil what I have in mind, so sometimes it's very detailed, like this one, and sometimes not so much. So yeah, it kind of depends on my mood and how adventurous and bold I feel. And then I take my waterproof ink and dip pen and start the actual drawing. Now, I have been using the traditional ink and dip pen for more than a year now, and I've grown very fond of that old school approach. So my ink is from a German brand, Rohrer And Klingner, and the specific one I am using has shellac in it to make it waterproof. So shellac is a resin secreted by a bug and used to be quite the art material back in the days. So you could use it and still can. You can still use it as a primer, very good primer apparently, a varnish, and it's extremely waterproof. So it's been mostly replaced by plastics these days, but you can still buy it. The shelf life is apparently a bit short when not when it's in flakes. It's okay when it's in flakes, but when you buy it ready in an alcohol solution, I think it's ridiculous. It's just a few months. So yeah, if you are looking into that, then certainly buy it in flakes and make your own shellac at home. So obviously it's not vegan as it's from a bug, but I feel it in terms of sustainability, it's better than plastic. You can throw it away in nature and it's going to be alright. So you cannot say that from anything petroleum based. Yeah, I've looked into it a lot, especially for air dry clay. But more on that in another video. I'm actually preparing a video about the different modeling clays that I am using or have used in the past. So yeah, pretty interesting, I guess. So the painting. Feels like a rambling video. So once the inking is done, I go and start on the watercolor. So currently I am using a bigger variety of brands in watercolor. My favorite brands right now are a small brand, a Belgian brand called Isaro, which I absolutely love. If I had known of them before, I would have only their paint. I think it's just extremely high quality and very lush and vibrant. I really love their paintings. But I also have some paint from Schminke, which is probably a close second, and Sennelier. So yeah, I used quite different brands, and I just kind of mix my own colors. I try to, not that I prefer having a limited palette of colors and mixing my own. I just find it more interesting that way, and I have a better control on the mixes I'm doing, and I kind of know what I do by now. I actually learned a lot, so much about pigments on a website called Handprint. Honestly, if you're wanting to up your game in terms of color mixing and pigments in general, which I feel is so crucial as an artist, I cannot recommend that website enough. I've been recommending it to all my artist friends, to be honest, every time someone has a question or the art supplies topic comes up, which happens a lot. I mean, we artists kind of dig art supplies. I always come back to that website because it's been so useful. So yeah, a huge shout out, so to speak, to that website. I've been using it all the time, and I go back to it regularly when I want to buy new paintings, just to make sure I'm getting the better pigments in terms of light fastness. But yeah, you also learn a lot about coloring, and how to achieve gray tones, neutral gray tones, by mixing different colors. So yeah, it's a great one, really great website. I love it. Anyway, so back to the painting. So what I do is basically layering. This has been my technique with watercolors since the very beginning. I basically start with a wash, a very light wash, and then I layer colors until I get the vibrancy that I want. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not nothing really fancy. It's a very classic way of working with a watercolor if you want to work it in a very controlled way. So I'm not really one of those artists who let the watercolor work on its own. I don't really like that. Bit of a control freak, I guess. But yeah, I kind of like that because it's pretty quick. Watercolor dries pretty fast. You can layer, I don't know how many layers, and it's until you get the vibrancy that you want. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty easy, isn't it? We are going to soon reach the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed watching me doing this and talking a bit about the materials and the techniques I use. We'll add the links and everything I talked about in the description box below. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share, do whatever you'd like, maybe subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!